It's
I
my
blame
fault.
you.
Why is this my fault?
Because you're already trying to pick the next coordinator.
Why? I mean, we'll shelve that conversation for the time being.
Oh, there'll be another day.
You don't
It's not
talk
for
about
today.
that when you win
Not
football
today.
games.
Alex Van Pelt. Woo, woo.
There will be other times this year.
Yeah.
The honeymoon will end.
Oh, there'll be bumps. Sure.
We will get the 7-game itch.
You'll
Don't
blow out a
worry.
tire.
Don't you worry about that. The 7-game itch is only a couple of months away now.
So we're almost an hour and a half in, and we haven't had like any Drake May talk. Like
None. Well, other than
that
to
shelves
mention
it
him
right now.
in the sense that the conversation is dying, that for the time being, it doesn't make a lot of sense to be talking about him getting in soon.
No.
Because I think, Zoe, this win for not only Gerard Mayo and what it will mean for him, this win buys time for Jacoby Brissett.
Oh, yeah.
This win for him, and as a captain, legitimately voted captain, if you believe Gerard Mayo, not Bill Belichick voting, he, to me, has now bought time with being able to have failures and not have a team that's ready to yank him out of there.
Yeah, and I think
it doesn't have teammates doing that thing that you've always talked about, which is, why are we playing this guy when we have
that's
the other guy? Like, this buys him a lot of legitimacy with anyone who was doubting the quarterback situation.
Yeah, it sure does. And I didn't expect him to play that well, because, I've watched him at other places, and he's sort of kind of been a journeyman, but maybe it's different because he feels like this is his team, and he's been given a chance since day one.
So you know what it reminded me of a little bit yesterday? Not that the way they played was similar, but right around that time in the broadcast when you were going, Alex Van Pelt!
Yeah.
Woo! Woo! Van Pelt!
Alex Van Pelt. Woo!
I know that right around that same time,
Yeah.
this was probably end of first quarter, start of second quarter, right? Oh, this is after they had scored when you said this.
Yeah.
So was there a reference in there to Jacoby Brissett? I think Bob had brought up Jacoby Brissett and his start back in 2016.
Yes, he did.
On the Thursday nighter against the Texans.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, and he was injured, and Jimmy G was bagging out of that
Injured,
game.
right.
Yeah, injured and wouldn't go, and Jacoby Brissett stepped right up and was like, yeah, I'll play. Can't throw the ball.
Couldn't even
I'll
grip
play.
the ball.
But it was just the same type of it was a Belichickian win is what yesterday was.
Bill would love that type of win.
He would,
Yep.
would Bill be so thrilled with that type of win? Figuring out a way to win when your offense is not going to throw the ball for 300 yards or better. They're going to throw for 120. And I looked up. I'm like, how many yards did Jacoby Brissett throw for in that win over the Texans? He threw for 103 yards in that game.
Yeah, he had the big run. Yeah.
Right? And it kind of, just hearing Bob mention that, brings me back to that and brings me back to, wow, for all the questions about the direction of the Patriots and where they're going, they had a win week one with Gerard Mayo that felt a lot like a Bill Belichick team, didn't it?
Sure did. Yep.
And I say that
Sound
in
defense.
a good way.
Yes.
A positive
But
way.
no, sound defense, good special teams. Again, like we love talking about the defense, obviously, because that's your strength. Offense was good enough yesterday, really good. Nobody's mentioned special teams. Like, how many penalties last year did they have? How many kick returns did they give up in years past? These last 2 years of special teams have been awful.
And you want to talk about
Your
reasons
kicker.
Bill had to go? Because he had a bozo who was unqualified coaching his special teams. Look what happened. It's a lot of the same guys, right?
Yeah, but I mean, like Joey Sly's here instead of Ryland. Like that's a good substitute.
Bill Pick.
Hit all of his. He nailed those field goals. Like strong leg right down the way, blew him right out of the end zone. Like this kid's a weapon.
Yeah,
Strong.
They survived not having Cam McCord yesterday.
I don't know how.
They recovered from the Cam McCord experience.
Yeah.
No, we'll just have Cam McCord and Joe Judge handle it. That worked out.
Not good.
Much improved on special teams yesterday.
Yeah.
All three phases. Gerard Mayo's in all three phases.
No, good tackling though. Like when the punts got down there, they were there. They were waiting on it, and there weren't big returns. It was good. They were really good yesterday.
And they're 1-0. 1-0, and the division can be all 1-0 tonight if the Jets win.
Boy, the way some things were breaking yesterday too. If Miami could have got popped, and if they didn't come back the way they did, and I know Buffalo ended up, catching back up, but they were getting their tails kicked in pretty good early, and you're like, wow, you could be on top of the division just for a week. Be nice.
Let's grab a couple calls. Rob in the car. Hey, Rob.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey.
So I mean, I'm a homer all the way, season ticket holder. Not going to lie. I think yesterday was an impressive win, but I don't know if it was the Patriots actually winning the game or Cincinnati kind of donking it away. I mean, the play on the goal line, and we did get a fumble there, but you secure that ball and the game's over from a Cincinnati standpoint. Everybody's high on them. They've turned the page on Belichick, but this team is still a 4-13 team. So until proven otherwise.
No, they want to know right now. And I've called games for 12 years. I've called some of those games where they end up winning the game, but they didn't play great. Yesterday was such a clean game that this is not a replica of those in the past where you had 2 turnovers, you just squeaked one out. They did what they wanted to do yesterday. They controlled it, controlled the whole tempo. I'm not going to sit here and say that's Cincinnati's fault. Part of it, yeah, to be fair. But bulk of it, you were better. You were the better coach team, and you were the more in shape team. And that carried you yesterday. Less mistakes. They were on it. Defensively, they're on their spacing. Communication was great. Keep it rolling now. Got Geno Smith this week. Go get his ass. Should blitz more this week.
Hey, if you like that clip, check out more videos from Zolak and Bertrand right here. For more Patriots analysis and opinion, hit this playlist. And for all the latest from the Sports Hub, download the app at 985thesportshub.com.